Throw it on your bag, everyone's gonna know that you're part of the TPC collection, baby.
TPC. Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Jimoo here, Bark's over there, right next to me. And today we're gonna talk about how to choose the most perfect bowling shoe.
So today we're gonna go through all the different price points of bowling shoes, features of each one, and who each of these is best suited for. So we're gonna start in front of you, Jimoo. We got 3 different styles of KR Flyers. Now these are essentially an upgrade from a rental shoe. It's gonna be a bit lighter, a little bit more comfortable. It's not gonna be worn by hundreds of people, which is nice to have your own thing.
They're also probably the most cost efficient, right?
Oh, 100%. This is definitely the lowest price point.
So with these 3 shoes, it's the most affordable option on the shoe market, so that's a bonus. They look really nice in terms of the different ways you can customize the colors. So is there any drawbacks to having this type of shoe?
So there's one thing that's sort of a drawback and a benefit is that there are sliders on both feet, so they are good for left and right-handed bowlers. The drawback is that you don't have a lot of sliding ability and you have no ability to change the amount of slide. So if you're bowling different centers, some have slippery approaches, some have stickier. There's no way to fine-tune that slide with shoes like these.
But overall, really good bang for your buck.
And like I said, it's just an upgrade from a rental shoe. You don't want to pay those rental shoe fees anymore. You invest in your own pair of shoes. It's only a handful of uses before you really pay these off in reality. Really good for someone who's just getting into this, just getting their first ball. You got a pair of shoes to go with it. It's good for that person who's just starting in a league.
Best way to impress your friends. So Barks, what's this shoe?
So we have here the KR Aviator. Similar to the Flyer as far as the bottoms of these, there is sliders on both feet. The upper material is quite a bit different. It's more breathable, a little bit more flexible. So this is a slightly higher price point, but you're getting a lot more comfort out of that as well.
Comfort's good, especially.
Comfort is key, especially with any pair of shoes, especially bowling. So this is geared toward the same type of bowler as with the Flyers, just a slightly more athletic type shoe, a little bit more breathable, a little more comfortable overall.
So Flyer and Aviator.
That's right. These also come in a few different colors too, so check that out.
Finally, Barks, what's over there on that side?
All right, so we have in front of me the KR Ignite. This is what we would refer to as an entry-level performance shoe. And I'll kind of show you the difference. It's very apparent on the bottom. So if you look at the 2 shoes here, you have one that has the slider and one that has rubber. And there is a very specific reason for this. Now the rubber on this shoe is going to help you push into a slide. We also have a bit bigger of a slide sole as well, if you're looking at the size of those. Now, as we get better at bowling, we do tend to realize the importance of being able to slide a little bit more. With these, there's also interchangeable ability here. For this particular pair of shoes, you have an interchangeable sole and an interchangeable heel. Somebody like myself, I actually can't use a rubber heel just because I have so much weight on the heel when I slide. I need the leather on here, so this gives me the ability to fine-tune my slide a little bit more. And of course, as you're getting into those performance shoes, we are getting into hand-specific shoes. This one, for example, is a right-handed pair. A left-handed pair would be the opposite. We'd have the left foot as the rubber and the right foot as the slider. So a shoe like this is more geared towards, let's say, a more advanced type league bowler or someone just getting into tournaments. I think being able to fine-tune your slide, especially when you're going into different bowling centers that may have different approaches, some more slippery, some a little bit more tacky, being able to adjust your slide is really going to help improve your game.
Yeah, just to add on to that, every single time you go to a new center, especially for a tournament, the first thing that you should be checking is the approach, and fine-tuning that and being confident in your slide every single shot, so key. It's one less thing to worry about when you're actually bowling, so you can focus on throwing a good shot. Okay, Barks, guess what?
What?
Old JR Pro Shop transition.
Whoa!
Oh, check that out.
What happened there?
I don't know. So shout out to Matt and the entire KR Strikeforce team for sending us these bowling shoes. They also sent us some more things that we'll get to in a bit later, but thank you so much. We are so excited to do an actual unboxing here at JR Pro Shop. Okay, let's switch it up. Barks, in line with the progression of shoes, let's start on your side.
Okay, so last shoe we talked about was the Ignite. Now we're gonna go to what I think is the next performance level. A step below these guys, we have the Charge FT. So first thing you're gonna notice, when you open the box, you have this nice pouch. We'll go through the contents of this in just a second. Let's look at the shoes first. All right, so we have a very different looking shoe compared to what we had previously. And let's go through it a little bit. So we have the KR Charge FT, which stands for Fast Twist, which is the lacing system here. You see a lot of dial lacing on a lot of different bowling shoes now. This is no exception. So to loosen these shoes, we're gonna pull this dial up to loosen it. It's very audible. And at that point, we can pull this open, slide our foot inside. And when we wanna tighten it, we just push it down and we twist clockwise till it's tight and we're comfortable with it. And then we just leave it. We don't have to worry about it untying, coming loose.
So simple.
Yeah, really simple. Again, looking at the bottoms of these, you have a dedicated slide foot and a push foot. And would you look at that, they already customized it for me. Number 10 and a leather heel, my favorite. These guys are on the ball. So the first thing we're gonna look at in these shoes is, especially on the push foot, we're gonna look at this crystallized rubber. A lot of bowlers out there, myself included, when we bowl, we tend to drag our push foot. Traditional rubber tends to wear out very quickly. And I've had a lot of shoes that I've burned through in a very short period of time. The shoe kind of fell apart, it didn't last very long. So the previous shoes I had from KR had the same feature, and I wore those for a very long time. So I know about the durability of shoes like this. These are gonna last you a very long time if you take good care of them. So my favorite feature in these shoes, something I actually took out of my previous ones and put in my new shoes later on, is the Ortholite insoles. So these are very much contoured to the shape of the foot. It just keeps your foot very stable and you don't really move around in them. I find that to be probably the most beneficial part of a shoe like this.
Did not know that.
Now you do.
Very nice. All right, Bart, so what's in this?
So we saw what we have on the bottom of these shoes. We do have interchangeable ability on that slide foot. And in the pouch here, we actually get some extra soles and heels. So we have one additional heel and 2 additional slide soles. So if I'm going to a different center, if it's really slippery and my really slidey setup on the bottom of the shoe here is a little too much, I can change to a sole that's a little bit stickier. And these are numbered. The lower the number, the less slide you're gonna get. So play around with that, see what works best for you, find the right combo that suits your needs. And on the back of the pouch here, there's actually a guide, so you can mix and match and find the right level of slide, depending on how you slide. Some people slide more on the toe, some on the heel. That's something you gotta figure out in time, but yeah, I'm more on the heel myself, but you're probably a little bit more on the toe.
I'm on the toe for sure.
Faster speed, 2 hands, you kind of get a little bit more forward faster. So yeah, let's play around with that, but that's quite a bit of stuff in the box. Really nice pair of shoes. But this isn't the highest end. We're gonna talk about that in a sec.
It's not the highest end?
No, no.
Oh
we got 3
goodness.
pairs of shoes in front of you. These are just a sampling of the TPC, the Perfection collection from KR.
The Perfection
Yeah,
collection.
you heard right.
All right, let's get into it, shall we?
All right. So we're gonna start with this one in front of me, which is the TPC Viper. Now this has quite a unique look to it. We're gonna go through that. So the first thing you're gonna see when you open this up, you're gonna have a carrying pouch similar to the one that I had in my pair of shoes. This is just a little bit nicer presentation. We also have this exclusive member package. Well, let's take a look at what's inside. So first thing we're gonna see, we have a nice exclusive member tag, a little bag tag for you. Throw it on your bag, everyone's gonna know that you're part of the TPC collection, baby.
TPC.
So we also have inside here kind of a welcome letter from KR. There's a QR code to scan here, give you access to their online community, and there's some coaching resources there as well. So make sure you take a look at that when you order this pair of shoes.
Bowling shoes, a welcome letter, and online resources to help you in your game.
And we're just getting started, my friend.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, we have this beautiful carrying pouch, a little bit different than on the previous pair of shoes. Same idea inside though. We have different sliders, different heel, and a really nice magnetic closed carrying case there. This one also comes with a shoe cover, which you're getting it all with the TPC collection.
Very necessary, shoe covers.
All right, so we're gonna start with the TPC Viper. This shoe came out, I believe, at the beginning of last summer. Unlike a lot of other shoes where it has that dial lacing at the front, this one's actually on the side, and it has a zipper in the front, which protects part of that lacing system as well. So comparing these to the Charge FT, slightly different outsole. This is a thermal polyurethane outsole, a little bit more cushion to it. We also have the C4 LD midsole to give it a little bit of extra cushion, that middle part of the foot. Yeah, like the Charge, fully interchangeable. Again, you can fine tune that slide with all the different parts that come with it. I think that's enough for the Viper. Let's look at some of the other shoe options in the TPC collection.
I am so excited. Not mine, it's for Jimoo. This is called the TPC Hype. Let's look what's inside. Very similar. Got the welcome letter, the interchangeable heels and soles, a nice shoe cover for Jimoo. I know he goes to the washroom.
You better go to the washroom at some point. All right, so we have the Hype Black and Iridescent. Now this is a new color for this season. The previous hypes were sort of a white and teal. There was a pink that was a limited edition, and these are gonna be the ones going forward.
They look sweet, Marks. Whoa.
I know. Color shifting, it's really cool. The way it hits the light is totally unique.
So as you can see, very similar. It has every single thing that the Viper has. The only difference is at the top, there's no zipper to protect the lacing. It's more of the exposed look. If you're going for that, going for this color, highly recommend. But one difference, the midsole does not have that C4 LG that's on the Viper. As you can see, that little red
little
area
part here.
This one does not have that, so a little less cushioning, but this one has like 7 layers of cushioning. This one, just a little bit less, but I think it's still gonna be very comfortable.
All right, now for a shoe that really reminds me of you, Jimoo. Can you guess what it is?
Oh, it's gotta be the good-looking two-hander, bright future.
I mean, you're kind of on the right track.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the TPC Gladiator.
All right,
Yeah.
let's check it out. Very similar, got that. Thank you, community. Thank you, KR. Super excited, got the interchangeables. Shoe cover, I need one too.
So not a new shoe to the lineup, but certainly a new color for this year. The previous Gladiator was more of a white and red with a little touch of black. This one's more of a black with almost like a stone look to it.
I like it a lot. If for all you sneakerheads out there, this kind of reminds me of a Jordan 3. It's got that very similar colorway.
Oh yeah, 100%, I see it.
So this is actually really good time, Barks. I've been kind of looking for a change in shoes. Can you tell me a little bit about what I had comparison to this?
Yeah, so you were wearing the 3G Tour Black, which was more of a stiffer kind of leather shoe. And the biggest difference you're gonna find is with the slide sole. Because of a patent that was existing at the time, the very outside part of that slide sole was not interchangeable, just the inner part of it. It was sort of segmented in that way. With that patent expiring, now everyone can use these fully interchangeable slide soles. So I think you're gonna see a little bit more slide when you want it and a little bit less when you don't, because you can change the entire bottom instead of just a portion of it.
Excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I also always used to, on the right shoe, the push away, I always used to crack this because I had so much flex.
Yeah, now you have a bit more of a flexible shoe you can wear, something that's a little bit more breathable as well.
Yeah.
I know how you kind of stink up your old shoes.
You know I bowl for a long time.
It is not pleasant.
Okay, Barks, we unboxed all 4 of these bowling shoes. Let's talk about which shoes are meant for which type of bowler.
Okay, so let's start with the Charge FT here. This is for someone who is a very serious league bowler, bowls in a lot of tournaments, needs that full interchangeable aspect to their shoe, and wants all the extra parts that go with it, without paying the highest end price. So you're gonna save a few bucks on these compared to the TPC collection, but you're getting a little bit less in return. So something to keep in mind when you're buying a pair of shoes like this. So moving on to the TPC shoes, we have the Viper, the Hype, and the Gladiator. The price on these is gonna be all the same. You're getting all the same things in the box. You're getting the same access to coaching resources, to a community there. You're still getting a shoe cover. So the differences you're gonna see in these is the fit is gonna be slightly different for each one. It's gonna be a little bit better suited to different types of bowlers. So the Viper here is gonna give you what I think is gonna be the most flexibility at the top part of the shoe, especially if you're coming into the line a little bit sideways. You're gonna want that shoe to give you a little bit of leeway. The Hype here is gonna give you more of a sleek look and kind of what you expect out of a high-end bowling shoe as far as comfort and performance. And the Gladiators here, a little bit more cushion, especially in the midsole, and it's gonna give you more of that fit like a sneaker or a runner would.
So thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you, KR, once again for sending us all these types of bowling shoes. We hope you learned a little bit about what type of bowling shoe will fit your game the best. And is there any final thoughts, Sparks?
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind, we talked a lot about shoes today, but KR is more than just shoes. They're bags and accessories as well. So as you can see from some of these clips here, they also send us some bags, some chamois, and some puffballs to use as well. So if you're in the market for any bag, shoe, or accessory, make sure to think of KR Strikeforce.
Question time with Barks and Jimoo. Let us know down in the comments below, what bowling shoe are you rocking right now? Is it something from KR? Is it something from another brand? Let us know what's been your favorite shoe and which one you're wearing right now. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you in the next video.